Hello everyone, my name is Pooja. I'm a physiotherapist at Physio Asia Therapy Centre. I'll be assisted by my colleague Rain today. Rain's just there in the window waving. So we're both physios at Physio Asia, and today we'll be going through some of the sitting postures and how to counteract the tightness that you develop from them through stretching. So last week we did a couple of stretches in sitting and some in against the wall, in standing, and then a little bit on the mat. For today, there'll be slightly different stretches. So most of them will be on the mat. There'll be one or two in kneeling, but the rest of it will be all on the mat. So just a couple of things before we begin, some technical stuff. So if you haven't changed your view screen already, if you can just click on view options and then click on side-by-side mode, that will allow you to see the presentation screen and my window as well. So you can see both simultaneously. That way, when we're going through the different stretches, you're able to see the live demonstration and the written description of it. If you want to edit the size of the videos, you can just pull the middle bar to adjust that. Is everyone okay with that? Just give me a thumbs up if you've settled that. Okay. Good. All right. Same as last time, just some ground rules. So stretching can be uncomfortable, but it should not be painful. So please exit pain-inducing positions immediately. In order for a stretch to be effective, you want to aim to hold for at least 12 seconds. That's the amount of time the muscle needs to reach its new length. So we try to hold for at least 12 seconds. We want to move as far in range as is tolerable. Do not push into pain. Everyone's range is different, so move as far as is comfortable for you. The next thing we want to bear in mind is that you want to move in and out of every stretch slowly. You don't want to rush the movement. If you're moving too quickly, it can result in muscle spasms. So we always move slowly. And not all stretches might be suitable for your condition. So don't attempt anything that triggers pain or discomfort. If you are unsure of the movement, just check with your physio first, or if you have any questions, just type them and either Rain or I will answer them when we can in the chat box. So Rain will help to answer those queries if you have any urgent ones. Otherwise, feel free to email us outside of the session timing as well. So we'll just get started with our first stretch. So some of these muscles we targeted last week, but the stretches we'll be doing this week for the same muscles will be slightly different. So none of the stretches are what you did last week. So we'll be targeting some of the old muscles and some new ones as well. So it will be a bit of a mix. So the first thing we're going to do is something called the Psoas Stretch. Now your psoas is a muscle that sits running from your back and comes around to the front of the hips. This typically gets tight when you're sitting for long periods, and it can result in back pain, or it can cause pain coming down the thigh as well. So to do this stretch, you're going to need your mat first. We're going to start in a lunge position. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see. So can everyone approach their mats? We're going to start in a lunge position, so you're going to be kneeling on the ground. If this position is uncomfortable for your knees, you can add a cushion underneath so it supports it more. From this position, you're going to bring, let's start with the left leg. So you're going to bring your left leg out at 90 degrees. So your foot is under the knee on the left. Here, your weight is all on the right leg. You're going to make sure you're not arching your back. So we don't want to do this. You're going to keep the bum tucked in like so. So keeping the back flat, bum tucked in. From this position, you're going to bring your weight forwards like so. So we're not arching the back like that. You're going to keep the bum tucked in and bring the weight forward slightly. What you should be feeling is a stretch coming down the front of the hip. We're going to hold this for 15 seconds, holding it for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out of the stretch, you're going to shift your weight back slowly and swap legs. Just another thing, when you're doing this stretch, make sure you're not twisting your hips around. So hips stay square facing the front. Again, we're going to do this on the opposite side. So this time the left leg is kneeling. Ready? Everyone okay? Can you see? So you don't want to twist your hips here. Your hips are facing in front. I'm doing it so you can, on this leg so you can see better. Don't arch the back forward. You're going to tuck and bring the hips in front. Slowly, keeping that position. We're going to hold for another 15 seconds. Feel a stretch coming down the front of the hip. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly ease off. Bring your leg in. So you should have felt a stretch coming down this way. Now we're only going to hold for 15 seconds for now. But if you're doing this by yourself, you're welcome to do 2 sets and hold it for up to 30 seconds. You should be feeling it only in the front of the hips, nowhere else. Everyone okay with this one? All right. Next, we've got a movement for the middle of the back. So we targeted a lot of the lower back last week and the neck. Today we'll be focusing on the mid back and the lower back. So your mid back basically helps to move you in rotation. So we want to encourage that movement. Now, when you're stiff in the neck or stiff in the back for a long period of time, it can result in stiffness in the middle of the back as well. And same goes if the middle of the back is stiff, it can contribute to stiffness in the neck or the lower back. So we're just going to be moving the middle back. Now, this is a movement stretch, so we're not going to be holding it. You're going to be moving in and out of the position. So if you have a wall near you, we'll just go towards the wall. And if you can grab your cushion or yoga block, that would be great. Otherwise, you can do it without as well. We're going to start with the left leg bent. So you're going to be kneeling like the first stretch. Left leg bent out at 90 degrees in front of you. You want your body as close to the wall as possible. So you're going to place your yoga block or cushion onto the wall next to your kneecap. So the cushion or the block is in line with your knee against the wall. I'll just wait till everyone's ready. Good. Once you're in this position with the left knee bent at 90 degrees and the block against the wall, your knee pushing against it, make sure your hips are squared again, so you don't want to be turning out this way. Hips square, you're going to make sure your bum is tucked in like so, so you don't want to be arching. Tucked in, you're going to extend your left arm. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Left arm extended out, resting against the wall. Your right hand is going to touch the palm of your left hand. From this position, you're going to rotate your arm outwards. Aim for the opposite side. So keeping the hips facing front, you're going to twist as far back as you can, trying to reach for the wall. Make sure you're not arching and twisting from the hips to get that movement. So hips don't move, lower back stays still, and you're going to go from your left palm, swing that arm around, shoulders relaxed, don't twist the hips, and aim to reach the wall on the other side, and slowly return back. Keep your shoulders relaxed throughout. That's 1. And we'll go again. 2. Movement only. Back. 3. Keep your hips in front. 4. Feel the movement in the middle of the back. You should feel nothing in the lower back. 5. 6. Keep your shoulders relaxed so there's no tension in the shoulders. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And coming back, we're going to swap sides. So you're just going to bring the block around to the opposite leg. In that lunge position again, block against the wall, your knee pressing against that, like so. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Don't arch the back and don't twist the hips. From this position, we're going to extend the right arm out. Keep your body close to the wall. Shoulders relaxed, bum tucked in, flatten the back. We're going to have the left hand touch the right palm and slowly turn out without moving the hips as far as you can go and return. The movement will only be felt in the mid back. 1. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Don't move the hips. 8. Only the mid back moves. 9. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Last 1. And 10. And coming back to the middle. Bringing that up off. Okay. The next few stretches will involve lying on your mat, so you can stay in that position. And Rain will just be helping to demonstrate the next few stretches. I'm just going to be putting the spotlight on her so everyone can see her. Okay, so we're going to do a rotation movement for the mid back in a slightly different position. Again, if you feel any discomfort on your knees, you can put a pillow underneath so that supports the knees a bit better. We're going to start by going into a tabletop position. So you want your hips over your knees and your hands under your shoulders. Don't arch your back and don't round or hunch from the shoulders too much. So you want a flat position, weight equally distributed amongst the forelimbs. Very good. From this position, we're going to think of 2 things. When you're going up, you're going to be inhaling, so breathing in. When you're coming down, you're going to be exhaling, breathing out. As you're going up, you want to make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You're going to be thinking of pulling the shoulder blades in towards each other. So you want to open that chest. So squeezing the shoulder blades in together to open the chest. So Rain will demonstrate one before we get started. So Rain's going to extend her arm up towards the air whilst taking a deep breath in and squeezing her shoulder blades together. As she exhales, she'll bring that arm through the gap between her hands and her legs as far in as she can without moving the hips. Good, I can see some of you are already trying that and then coming back up. So let's start with that. We'll do 8 on each side. Ready? Breathing in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, no tension in the shoulders. Reach up and come through as you breathe out. 1. Twist through as far as you can. Feel the movement in the mid-back and coming up, breathing in. 2. And down through, exhale. Try to relax your shoulders, don't collapse them, don't hunch them. And up again. 3. And through. Very good. And up. 4. And down through. Exhale. I can see some of you are tipping your hips back when you come up. Try to maintain the position of the hip when you're doing this. Coming up again. 7. So feel the twist in the mid-back. Much better. And through. Very good. Last one. 8. Inhale up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And down through. Exhale. Coming back to the middle. Well done. We'll swap sides now. So 8 on the other side. So make sure when you're doing this that you're not shifting your weight back on the hips to try to get extra movement. Ready? First one on the other side, breathing in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, up as far as you can, and come through the middle. Exhale. 1. Inhale up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 2. Down. Exhale. Very good. Relax the shoulders. Up. 3. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale through. Up. 4. Keep the hips steady. In through. 5. Up. Inhale. Exhale. Come through. 6. Up. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades and in. Exhale. Up. 7. Squeeze the shoulder blades and come through. Exhale. 8. Last one. Going up. Squeeze the shoulder blades and come through. Very good. So that was a bit of hard work. Now you can lie down because the next one is in lying down. So the next one is a stretch for the front of the chest. Last week we did this in standing against the door. Today you'll do it in lying down. So Rain is going to demonstrate. We'll start by lying flat on the ground, so facing down. Good. From this position, we'll do the right arm first. So you're going to have your right hand bent at 90 degrees out to the side and then the elbow bent at 90 degrees. Good. You can have your head turned to the left. From this position, Rain is going to bring her left leg over her right. So she's basically twisting her body away from that hand. Try not to arch the back too much. If you want a deeper stretch in this position, you can use your left hand to push slightly deeper, pop up and push that. That will help you push your body away from that arm. And if you're still not feeling a strong enough stretch, you can add a pillow underneath your arm whilst it's bent at 90 degrees. That will give you an even deeper stretch. So you should be feeling it only in the chest. Move as far as is comfortable for you. It should only feel like a stretch, no pain at all. We're gonna hold this for 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out of the stretch, you're going to roll back slowly. And we're going to swap sides. So this time your left hand will be bent up like a cactus at 90 degrees. Have your arm out at 90 as well. So I can see a couple of people are keeping it here. You want it up, so arm out at 90 and then bent up like a cactus. Good. From this position, you're going to do what you did on the other side. So this time left leg comes over. Sorry, right leg comes over the left. And then you're going to be pushing, twisting your body away from your arm and hold for 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll back. Good. And now we're going to lie on our backs. So if you like, for this one, you can have a pillow underneath your neck to keep it a bit supported. Otherwise, if you're comfortable lying flat on the ground, that's fine too. This is a hamstring stretch. Last week, we did this in sitting on a chair. Today, we'll go through how to do it in lying down as well. So we're going to start with the right knee first. You should be feeling the stretch in the back of your thigh. So roughly where the butt fold is, all the way down to your knee. So Rain's just pointing out the area there. All right, so from this position, we're going to have both the legs bent up. Yep, feet touching the ground. You're going to now pull your right knee towards your chest. Right knee into your chest. You're going to hug the knee from underneath. So you're going to hug your thigh in from underneath. If you're struggling to do this, you can use a towel to help pull it closer. And if you're comfortable holding it there, that's good. From this position, maintaining the knee against the chest, you're going to slowly extend your leg upwards. So make sure when you're extending your leg, your knee doesn't move away from your chest. So only extend as far as you can without the knee shifting from the chest. Slowly coming up, extend out as much as you can. And to deepen the stretch, you're going to flex your foot towards your face. So I can see a couple of people have moved their knee away from their chest. Try to keep it as close to the chest as possible. And then keeping that position, extend the leg out. Holding this for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, flex your foot, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Slowly release by relaxing the ankle first, and then the knee, and then the hip. And we'll swap legs. Make sure the opposite leg is bent because that reduces the pressure on the lower back. If you're doing it with the other leg straight, it causes the back to arch, which can then feel uncomfortable on the lower back. So we're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest this time. All the way in, as close as you can. Grab from underneath the knee. Good. Now you're going to slowly extend the leg towards your face, as far up as you can go. Keeping the knee against the chest. And now you're going to flex the foot. So keeping the foot flexed, we're going to hold for 15 seconds. Make sure your bum is not rising up from the ground. So keep the bum on the ground. Try not to go into a bridge. Holding it up for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Slowly release, relax the ankle, relax the knee, and then relax the hip. Very well done. All right. The next one, so you can stay in that position because they're all going to be lying down now. So this one we did last week as well, in sitting on the chair. Today you'll do it in lying down. So Rain's going to demonstrate where you're going to feel the stretch. It should feel in the middle of the, you should feel it in the middle of your bum. Yep, Rain's just pointing that out. Right. All right. For this stretch, you're going to start with both the legs bent first, like so. Very good. Knees again, knees bent up and feet on the floor. You're going to put your right ankle on your left knee. Very good. From this position, you're going to bring your left leg towards your chest. So like we did just now with the hamstring stretch. Keeping that number 4 position in your legs. So you should be feeling a stretch on the right leg, on the right bum. Good, and we're gonna hold this for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release by dropping the leg down and then uncrossing your legs. We're going to repeat on the opposite side. Cross the leg over. We're going to bring the knee towards the chest. Pulling it in. You should feel it only in the bum. Make sure you're not crunching your abs. So it's the leg moving towards your chest, not your chest moving towards your leg, and keep the shoulders relaxed. If you're finding it hard to hold on to your knee, you can loop a towel through to help you pull it closer. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Very good. Right, that was your piriformis stretch. So that's a stretch for the bum muscles. The next stretch we will be doing is for the side of the leg. So I'm sure a few of you have heard of this muscle. People that run a lot tend to have tightness here, but also if you're standing or sitting for long periods, it can result in some tightness because it adds to the stiffness in the knee. So this can result in knee pain if it's tight for long periods. So Rain's just going to demonstrate how to stretch this muscle. So you should be feeling the stretch on the outside of the leg. It runs from your hip all the way down to the tip of the knee on the side. So it should only be felt on the outside of the leg. So whilst lying on your back, you're going to rest your left ankle or your shin on top of the right knee in that crossed over position. And now you're going to use your right knee, the left ankle, to pull the right knee in towards the middle of your body. So I can see some people's legs are too close in towards their bum. So if you just bring your leg outwards slightly, extend that, and then drop your leg in towards the middle of the body. So let your foot on top help pull it in. Make sure you're not twisting from the lower back. You want to feel the movement at the hips. Good, so we're gonna pull it in. Can you feel a stretch on the outside of the leg? So we're gonna hold that for 15. Try to pull it in as far as you can. So like Rain's demonstrating. Rain, if you could show them again. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and come back. We'll do this on the opposite side. Rain will go through in slow motion how to cross the legs over and bring the leg across. So ankle on top of the knee, Good. And now she's going to use that ankle to pull the knee towards the middle of the body. So try to give some gap between your bum and the foot on the standing leg. That will help you go down slightly further. Make sure you're twisting from the hips, not the lower back. So don't arch and don't twist from the back. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. And coming back to the middle. Very good. The last stretch for today is for the lower back. So we're just going to be hugging the knees towards the chest for this one. We did the child's pose last week, so this is similar to that. This stretches for the lower back, so it's a very gentle stretch. This is just an alternative position. So bringing your knees as close to the chest as you can. Both legs in. And we're going to hold that for 15 seconds. If you're struggling to bring the legs in, again, you can use a towel to help pull it in closer. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. You can rock your hips gently from side to side if you like. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your legs down one at a time. Slowly rest. Good. So those were all of these stretches in lying and kneeling. We'll just quickly run through how you can help release some of the tightness in your muscles. So that's using tools like foam rollers or tennis balls or a lacrosse ball or cricket ball, whatever sort of hard object you might have, or some people now have massage balls at home. Those work great too. So I'll just be going through how to use the foam roller, and then Rain will be showing you how to release some of the tension with a tennis ball. So the first muscle we're going to target is the hamstring muscle. Besides the stretching we just went through, if you do have a foam roller, we're just going to be placing it underneath. So you're going to have the foam roller resting under your thighs. We're going to do one leg at a time. So you're going to have your hands behind you. From this position, you're going to extend your leg up. Have your foam roller start at the base of the bum. So hamstrings run from the fold at the bottom all the way down to the knee. So you're going to start there to get the release going. If the spot is tight or uncomfortable, you can hold for 10 seconds. From there, we're just going to slowly walk it through. Use your hands to help move the foam roller and your feet. And you can move it up and down, but if you find a particularly tight spot, you're going to hold for 10 seconds, and that helps with the release of that muscle. So just rolling it up and down. The next muscle that we can target with a foam roller, so I'm just going to quickly run through this because I understand not everyone has a foam roller or tennis balls lying around at home, but these are the techniques you can use to release them. The next one we're going to talk about is the IT band. I've seen lots of people doing the foam roller release with this incorrectly, so we're just going to go through how to release that properly. You're going to your IT band runs from the side, so from the hip down to the knee. So you're going to start in a side plank position, like that. You're going to have the foam roller resting underneath the hip. So from this position, you're going to place the leg that you're not releasing at the front, like that. And then you're going to come down onto your elbow. Your other hand is going to be resting in front. You want to make sure your hips are one straight line. So you don't want to be rolling back because your weight goes off the ITB. So you're going to be having your weight directly on top, and you're going to use your foot and your hand to help shift the weight forward and back. So you can move the foam roller up and down the band. You want to go from the hip all the way down to the knee, the tip of the knee, keeping that hip square. And if there is a particularly painful spot, you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then move it up and down until you find the next spot. Rain's going to show us how to use the tennis ball to help release the tightness in the chest muscle, so the pec muscle. So if you've got a tennis ball, this will be a good one, or any sort of hard ball. This frequently gets tight, and if you're suffering from shoulder pain or neck pain, it's likely that this muscle is tight too. So you're going to place the ball on the meaty part of the chest, so just below the shoulder and the collarbone, right where Rain is pointing out, sort of in between the collarbone and the shoulder, coming down about 4 finger widths below it. From that position, you're going to come down into the position that we were stretching the muscle in. So lying face down with your head turned to the side. You're going to have your arm by your side. Rain, could you just tilt your camera a little bit so we can see your arm? Or maybe move back a little? Yep, that's great. Good. Have your arm by your side. And from that position with your body resting against that ball, so you should feel the pressure pushing into that chest, you're going to slowly extend your arm upwards, keeping the ball in position. We're going to hold that for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Slowly bring back the arm. So you're going from cactus arms to straight arm. And up again. 1, 2, 3, and back down. If you don't prefer lying down, you could also do this against the wall with the ball against your chest and your arm resting up against a wall. So the wall becomes the pressure point for you. So Rain's just demonstrating. The wall will be pushing against the ball and you'll just be sliding your hand up and down. So if you prefer standing up instead of lying down, that's an alternative. The next muscle we can release using the tennis ball that we've been through today is the piriformis. So we're going to go into the stretch position from earlier. You're going to place the ball in the middle of the bum. Great. Yep, just there. And you're going to keep pressure there. If this is enough pressure for you, you're welcome to just roll around in that position. If you want a slightly stronger stretch, you can place the leg that the ball is under the bum of, crossed across, so you're forming that number 4 again. Good. And then from that position, you're just going to roll that ball around. So you're getting a stretch and you're releasing it at the same time. Make sure your knee is in line with the ankle. So you want your ankle rest. That's much better. Good. And rolling around. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Good. Again, you can hold for 10 seconds if you like on a painful spot. But we don't want to overdo the releases with these. Great. And that brings us to the end of our session today.